Hello, 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 and welcome. Welcome to the TV room. David Bradley here. You gotta be careful with circuit boards. They can catch on fabric and do bad things. Anyway, what I'm doing now is turning on this desoldering iron. It will get hot, so I'm moving everything I can well away. Cords, cables, things, stuff, everything. Get away, get away, get away, get away, get away. Because certainly, given the opportunity, this would melt all kinds of things. If it'll melt solder, it'll melt all kinds of things. So, this is the board that smoked some time ago. Now, it may be good. I think what it was that smoked, I know it was smoked. Oh no, there's burn marks on the board. Anyway, right up in the top corner there, that little Weasley thing. So anyway, thankfully, not everything's been good, but a lot of things have been good. And I just recently snagged the, if you look up between, where? Oh, right there. I stole the video connector to fix another machine. So why am I heating up this now? Well, because I'm here and I'm going to steal, at least I think I'm going to try to steal some other things. And how am I going to do that? I'm going to desolder them. So we'll start, because we can, with the serial port connector. There we go. There are 8 connections. 2 of them are non-electrical. They're to just keep the connector strong in the board. And there are 6 that actually deal with the connections that would go to the serial port. Alright. So I'll push things kind of to the center. I should try and do that at the same time. But see, I'm new with this gun. So I'm just getting used to it. So is that connector nice and loose? Now also in the midst of this, I don't want to break things. Because what's the point? What is the point? If I'm trying to get a... There we go. Ooh. Okay. Sometimes there's a little stuff stuck. But there is the serial port connector. There it is. So let's look at other things here. I don't think we're going for the keyboard, but keep in mind, I also have another old Vic-20. that I did, this is the first thing I did with this, is I had power switch troubles. The power switch would not move at all. Come on, gun. Come on, gun. Melt solder. Huh. There we go. Anyway, once I desoldered it, then the switch would move. So I said, well, that's interesting. I'll put that back in. So I did. It's having a hard time on these things here. Oh, dear. Oh well, doesn't really matter, this board. Oh dear. See, normally you put this thing over top of the thing that is connected, and then the solder melts. Did I shut this off accidentally? I don't think so. Okay, are we there? No, we're not there. What's going on here? Are these things too big? Alright. This is weird. The power thing is done. You know what? I'm going to try. To do the joystick port connector. It's smaller. But this too may come in handy. So I don't think I waited long enough on that one. Nope. You said you can kind of tell from the sound. So. Okay, now we're going to go back to these connectors here. They're just not melting. Maybe because they are to hold things in. Maybe they're a different solder. It needs more juice. Let's try over here. This is peculiar. I did not have any trouble on the first one. I'm just bringing this over to get these things off the edge. Funny. They worked just dandy on the first switch that I took out. But not so. So, I think what I'm going to do for the first time is I'm going to flip to a little hotter temperature. I'm going to go to number 2, which is 400 degrees Celsius. And I will wait for a moment and see what's what here. I suppose what I can do in the midst of that is I can see if I have indeed successfully removed, I have the joystick connector. What is this? those are two good ones. Don't mix up good things with bad things. Alright, so this should have had a chance to get better heated and heated. But it is just not melting. What else is here? Huh. Is it? It is turned on. I feel heat. I'm not going to touch it. Let's see here. Nope. That did that. Boy, that's a big hole. And while that's working, I'm going to go over here to the power switch. Oh, it kind of worked. We're not there. Okay, so it basically, I think what's happening here is this. This is peculiar. I wonder if this is getting clogged up. All right, time to shut it off and let it cool. Aha. See, being very careful not to burn myself. It may be. Oh, I'll turn it back on for a second. Okay. Now, in the case, remember, Rudy told me there was a thing here. And, it may be that this is the time to take this thing, stick it down there. It might be. Also, there is a way. I don't know what it is. There's a button here. Maybe you can't do it when it's turned on. Maybe you can't do it when it's hot. To get this out, it may be that the solder has clogged up. Oh, you turn the chamber. Okay. I don't want, okay, what's this? Front. Good, that's always handy to know. There's a screw on the back here. Does it come all the way out? It does. And then what happens? I have no clue. All right. Put that back in. I did turn it off. I did turn it off. Oh, look at that. Uh-huh. Okay. Not surprising. The solder has gathered. It was blocking the suction hole. So this comes out. Oh, looky that. And I can dump this on the table. Okay. Now you push it back in. Oh, it is on. Oh, no, it wasn't on. I was holding the trigger. Okay. All right. Always exciting. I do believe Rudy said it's not a bad thing to kind of even do it as in soldering or desoldering in this configuration to maybe keep that from happening. Maybe. Anyway, I went for the power connector because I was here and it did somewhat come out, but things are kind of stuck to the sides. They are. Oh, dear, 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 dear. It's funny because the first time I went at a connector on one of these switches, mind you, I hadn't used this before. It came out oh so wonderfully. That went better. I think we were clogged up with solder. I think. And now, oh look, the switch, there it is. The switch has fallen out. Okay. Let's see what we can do with the power connector here. Come on. Oh. It's like, oh dear. It's a good thing that this board is done for. Because oh, every time I try and do something, I'm sliding. I guess these prongs are noticeably bigger than what will fit in the tip. Or maybe for such things. Maybe that's why they have different tips, although it didn't come with any different tips. I don't think that has been a terribly successful operation. Well, I could see there's still a bunch of solder. Oh dear, don't hurt this. There's a bunch of solder in a bunch of places. Okay. Also, as things are sliding, don't get your hand stuck. Well, that's a weird thing. It's almost like it's a thing that folds. Put that down. That folds over the board. Don't. Then I'm going to jam it into my hand. I know I am. It's very strange. Fuck. Don't do that. Alright, well that one just, it ain't meant to be at this time. Here is the power switch. I would like to get that big old thing, because I'm here, and I can. But it just might not be possible. These things with these bigger pins, things that slide. Alright. Alright, a bunch of these have these funny things that look like they kind of bend over a bit. I don't want to get my hand burned. Stop, stop, stop. Stop while you're ahead. Alright, I was going after the fuse connection. Ooh. And oh, it's two things. And they're still very securely in there. How about that? How about that? What am I knocking over? Oh, the case from this thing. Alright. Let's try something. This should be easier. One would think. There's a lot of connections. You know what I'm going for? Just because I can. I'm here. And it's hot. It's the cartridge port. I had no idea. There were so many. solder. Get out of there. I don't even know how many connectors there are on the cartridge port. Lots. But they seem to all be being somewhat cooperative. Maybe I should try. I'm not sure I can do this. Maybe I'll try the Rudy method. Solder upright. So the solder doesn't get a chance to fall back over the hole. Almost there. No idea. There was so many. And then, of course, the challenge will be, will it come out nice? Or will I have to come back? My upper hand is going to sleep. Come on. There we go. Now it's funny, the very first one doesn't look as cleared out as many of the others. And it still doesn't. It might be one of those things. Where it needs some more solder. Anyway, I'm going to put this down. And just because I'm here and I can, and I'll see, I'm going to try and pull this sucker out. And of course, oh, I hear things. Not surprising. Mind you, one thing. The connector I need to be worried about. The board, as it's for parts, not so. Look into the light. Keep in mind, this thing has been here for a very long time. Give it a little pry at the end here. And there will be some solder that hangs on a bit. I think it's just, oh, things are rolling. I think maybe if I can get this under here and pull it out straight, it'll come out. Because everything looks okay. It's twisting. And when it twists, it kind of doesn't want to come out. Okay. There's a lot of pressure on these pins, but they're all moving. They're all moving nicely, it would seem. Ow. Circuit boards have sharp things. Alright, what's that? Nope. That's a little screwdriver. Maybe I can fit that in between here and pry this way. Oh, maybe I'll turn that off. It's very strange. See, it's moving. Back to the glasses. The light. Okay. It is possible there's some of the front pins that might still have just a tweak of connection. So I think they're all fine now. It's like it just doesn't want to roll out. It's out. Looking unscathed. Behold the magic of Vic-20 cartridge port connector. So what have we got? The serial, the switch, the joystick. I took the fuse out. That's reasonable. The power connector. It's got some serious stuff there. It doesn't want to come. Is there anything else at this moment while I'm here that I just think I should because I can? I don't know. And I have turned the iron off, but that doesn't take long. Now I'm going to turn it back on. I think I'm not going to worry right now about the fuse things. They are serious. They are. I mean, there's other chips here. There are. There are. But I suppose, you know what I might do? If I can. How are we doing on solder in here? Yeah, we got some solder in there, all right. Let's take that off. Dump that out. Now, how did it come out before? Oh yeah, let me take off the bottom part here. This thing, even still, it gets kind of warm. Okay. Oh man, there's kind of a little cup thing here. It sure gets on there. Okay. Yeah, this sucker heats up. It does. Alright, where? Alright. We're clear at the end. We will re-engage. Hello. Why are we not re-engaging? There we go. We're re-engaged. Okay. Sorry. I'm going to have a go at the LED connector thing. Are we on? We're on. Let's fill up quickly. That okay. So that's that. And over here, there's this other funny little connector dude. Similar thing. Looks pretty fine. And then, oh yeah, over here, way up on the top, there's this other mysterious little connector. Did I get him? I think so. Alright, set that down for a second. Okay. Little wee connector. Out. Little wee connector. Out. LED connector. Out. And I suppose the next thing to do at some point, I'm going to turn this off another time. There. It's off. Okay, I'll let that cool. Is there's no point in trying to save sockets. They just don't. But there are some support chips here and other things here. There are. Alright, well, remember, this is the one that smoked. If you look up in the very corner there, you can see the darkness on the board. This is one, I plugged it in, hadn't even turned it on, and it smoked. It did. It fried something pretty bad. I'm not even sure what, but anyway, it didn't seem to do much elsewhere. So there, the parts board has some less parts on it. Alright, so the iron is cooling. Let me just gaze fondly into it and see how we're doing. Yeah, I'll have to ask Rudy, how do we clean that thing? How do we? Because here, Like here's a big glob of solder. That too will go away. Away, away, away. All right. Well, funny, I know I grabbed another bag of bags. Oh, you know what? This might be worthy of a snack bag. It might be. Vic-20 parts. I think it's big enough. All right. Serial connector, power switch, joystick connector, little LED connectors, another connector that goes from the mysterious wire. The fuse. Does the fuse look good? I'm not even sure. You know what? It may be burned. Maybe. Maybe that's what saved the rest of this. And if that's the case, oh yeah, the fuse is toast. Toast. And the cartridge port connector. All in one handy dandy bag. And I'm not going to lose sight of this. I'm not going to lose it because there is another Vic-20 that power switch might save. There is. It is possible. So this is a Vic-20 assembly number 324003, 1981 Commodore International. What else does it say? Something something R-7HB. Serial number D-087783. Indeedy. All right. That's it. That's all. I gotta get up. I gotta walk around. Have a lovely day. Thanks for coming again. Bye for now.